The apps are, one is Street View Google. This one, the new one, okay, not the old one. This one. It's in both iPhones and Android. So we need that one. So it's three apps. So Street View, this one. Then the Cardboard app, this one. And then for the final experience for this afternoon, the app is this one. Okay. no, imagine. And it's this one, okay? This one. Are you familiar with any of these apps? Yeah? Have you done any kind of 360 filmmaking, 360 photography, VR experience, anything? None of you. Great. Well, this is good because this is some sort of introduction to VR, okay? Very basic, but quite fun as well. So you can learn, a few tools today in terms of 360 photography, 360 filmmaking, and VR, and you can just bring these tools at home and play with other projects. And at the moment, we are just starting VR within Iris. Only one of our researchers is using it, Amir Yuzak, with his project in Bosnia, is doing 360 filmmaking. I will show, well, no, we don't have much of that material at the moment, but I will show you some other stuff.
But we can't show it.
No, we can't read for copyright issues, sorry. But this is what we can show here today.
And the fight in the police, obviously.
And then, again, we have some gear with the media services. Have you ever seen this before? A Samsung 360 gear. So this is a 360 video camera. You can film in 360, and it has sound and everything is in 4K, so very good definition. High definition. This works with Samsung phones. If you have Samsung, you're quite lucky because there is compatibility. If you don't have Samsung, not much luck about it. But what you have to do, you have to basically convert the files. And then, of course, the VR 360 gear, the goggles. Have you ever played with this before? Yeah? Someone over there? Yeah, great. So we'll show you how everything works together in terms of compatibility. We can use the 360, the phone, for 360 photography and to somehow control the camera, and how to transfer everything and how to watch a project, final project on the goggles. So this is what you have. Of course, it works with the headphones because you need also sound. This is one of the cameras. The second camera that we recently bought for Iris is a Kodak 360 4K camera. Have you ever seen this before? Can you see it? Well, I can pass this. Actually, first, do you mind to just pass it on? So that's a full 360. So if you're interested in buying a 360 camera, that's a good, relatively cheap starting kit. It's around £360, I think, and it works. Unfortunately, it works only for Samsung phones, but you can somehow convert the files. You lose a bit in quality, but it's fine. Another option, quite expensive, is this one, which is two 180 cameras. So there are two 180 cameras, you put them together, and you have like a full 360 experience. Okay, so on the market now, you can either go for a full 360 or for it's technically 220 each, so it's slightly more than 180, but let's say 180. So this is the other option. You put 180 together and you get the full experience. Again, the good thing with this, that works on any phone, any computer, so you can just download the files, put them on a phone, and use the goggles. So we will play with all this stuff later, and on top of this, we will also have an Oculus Rift experience. You probably are familiar with Oculus. Are you familiar with Oculus? That's a very kind of advanced VR device. the quality is really good. It's probably the best at the moment on the market. So we will have that experience later as well. So you always, all of you will have a go. Maybe like not long, maybe 5-10 minutes each, because we have many people in the room. But we all have a go. We'll have a go with both devices. With the Samsung, what we will do with the Samsung, we will explore this Within project, which is some sort of, it's like a collector of all the interactive documentaries, VR, factual VR that is out there. So lots of projects that went to main festivals, like the Sundance Festival, the Sheffield Dog Fest here in the UK. So we will do that, while with Oculus will be a different experience that we are trying to fix up now. So what I'm asking you to do now is like to have all your apps ready for the workshop later. What is going to happen, we will divide the room in groups. So I was doing some counting for around 20 people. So we do like 4 groups of like 5. Is that okay? We all go. The workshop is quite simple. We all go somewhere on campus. Just pick a building that you like. Let's say the library or the gym. We go there. We do some 360 photography with the Street View app. Have you ever done that before? None of you. Do you know how it works? Well, we'll show you later after the break, because we have 20 minutes break now. But after the break, I'll show you how it works. We do 360 photography in one of the buildings, and then we will upload the best projects on the Google Maps. So let's say the university will have like some 360 there and visible to everyone. Then another thing that I like to do, again in groups. So the plan is this: 5 groups, 5-6 people each group. We go out there, 360 Street View photography on one of the buildings, so even just the campus outdoors. I mean, any area on campus that you like in groups, and then each group picks the best photo, and we put them on Google Maps. Another thing that I like to do after that is like to show you a couple of tools for 360 interactivity. Okay. These are they're very new tools. I say brand new, probably like a month old. This is called Wanda VR, created by the Clint people. So the tool, remember the platform that we saw before for interactive documentaries? Those guys, French team, they also came up recently, a couple of months ago, with this platform, which is somehow the same thing but for virtual reality. So this is quite expensive, so we're not going to use it. But you can try it for 50. It's like 14 days free or whatever. But then it's quite pricey. Another one is this one, SIGBIG, which is, I like it a lot. I mean, it's quite simple. It's quite simple, but it's free for a while. But then you can get like a better version for it's like $14 a month. The basic one, the free one, is obviously works. It's fully functional, but it has the logo, of course, of the software. I really like this one because what it does, it allows you, as you can see here, it allows you to add a few hot points, interactive points within a 360 video or a 360 photo. Let's say, so we go out now after the break. We film, for example, the gym, okay? You have a 360 photo of the gym in groups, and then maybe you want to add an interview with someone that works there, or maybe someone that is using one of the, the equipment in the gym, or maybe you want to add the Wikipedia page of the university because there is something about that. I mean, so it doesn't really, it's really open to any kind of possibility. I'd like to show you. They kind of changed the examples. As you can see, it's very simple, it's very basic. Basically it keeps your original photo, but it adds these elements. So let's say this is somewhere, I say in North America or in Canada. And then we have a 360 picture, probably like the one that you're gonna take later, but with some interactive, active points, like this one. We can click there. Makes sense. So anything that is online, so let's say YouTube videos, Vimeo videos, images, anything that is online can be linked to this platform. So it's quite nice. It's quite handy like this. You can have a picture from Instagram, from a social network, so anything. So after taking the picture and possibly uploading this 360 picture on the Street View on Google Maps, so the university is going to thank us for that. We can also go to any computer on campus, library, media services, whatever, and again, in groups, we can try to transform those pictures into a more interactive experience. Then when we come back, final thing, we pick the best ones, and we can try to transform those into a VR experience. So what we do, we split screen the pictures, and we use this gear here, with a Samsung phone, and we'll try to experience that. Let's say we are here, but we can pretend to be in the canteen, for example, or the library, whatever, and then also activate some of this interactive part. Any questions? Is this exciting?
Yeah.
It's basic again, but it's the first one of the first experience in terms of VR. So now we have like let's say 15-20 minutes break. Then we come back here and we create the groups. All right? Okay?
Yep.
All good? Wait.